Hey, what's up, everybody? Jay Pounds here. We got another rebuild video for you. I say rebuild, but really this is for everybody. I really feel like everybody should have these types of players on the back end of the roster. Obviously, rebuilding owners are going to want to have a little bit more than contending owners, but we're going to talk about 15 players to target after your rookie drafts. Obviously, the rookie drafts haven't happened yet. But these are players that I've seen that the general view is they're not going to go inside of the top 3 rounds. And if they do, it's going to be very late in the third. So you should be able to get these guys in the free agent auction. You might hear me refer to them as a draft pick, but really you should be able to get them in the free agent auction or trade basically nothing to get them in late, very, very late in the third. Um, Really at this point in the offseason, you should just be basically eating, sleeping, and dreaming rookies. These rookie picks are really important, especially here on Dynasty Owner. If you can hit on these rookie picks, you're just gonna have your roster is gonna have such an advantage because of the value they can bring, because of how cheap they are. That being said, you want to look at things like how well did they play in college, obviously, is a big thing. Um, who's in front of them on the depth chart, and then what kind of equity does the team have into them? Those 3 things should tell you if a player is at least going to see the field or not. They might not be successful, but at least they get a shot. You want to have those types of players at the back end of your roster that are going to get a shot, because if they work out, guess what? You got a great value or a very, very good trade chip. Maybe not a first round potential trade chip, but any draft pick is a good draft pick in my eyes. Especially as a rebuilding owner, you just don't want to have old veterans wasting space on your roster. I'd rather have one of these guys than Malcolm Brown or something like that. Because at the end of the day, Malcolm Brown is probably going to last another year or two as a productive player who's going to score any type of fantasy points, and then he'll be gone. One of these guys might be a productive player in a year or two when your rebuilding team is winning. That's the type of things you want to look at as rebuilding or contending owners, um, and basically just go off of that. Like I said, as a rebuilding owner, you want to load the back end of your roster with these guys, because when they hit, even if it's only for a game or two, trade them for a third round pick, and then guess what? You can do it again next year. And then eventually you're going to find a James Robinson. The rookie draft is such a crapshoot. Look at last year. CEH was the main guy picked in at first overall in rookie drafts, right? James Robinson was mainly undrafted. So you could have had him, and look what you had to pay to move up to get Clyde Edwards-Helaire if you were drafting him in a rookie draft, versus what you had to pay to get James Robinson. Just risk reward. You just don't want to fill the back end of your roster with a bunch of Malcolm Brown guys if you're a rebuilding owner. But that being said, let's get right into it. The first guy we got is Davis Mills. 4 years, $1.3 million. He's the quarterback of the Houston Texans. They drafted him with their very, very first overall pick. Very, very first. Very, very first. And the Houston Texans don't have many picks. So that has to say something. Obviously, they don't think Deshaun Watson's going to be around very much longer. Probably isn't going to be there this season. Either he's going to be facing some serious legal trouble, or they plan on trading him. Otherwise, I don't think they would take Davis Mills when they already got Tyrod Taylor on the roster. So he's got tremendous draft equity in terms of a third round pick, just because he was the Texans' first overall pick. That's usually doesn't happen very often, but it is what it is. He went to college at Stanford. Coming out, he was one of the dude. Are these people knocking